This video is in response to I am Sabs, who asked, because it is an assess question, you do have to link your judgment in dependent on the question, but you didn't comment on the conclusion in this video, so I'm asking this. Do you think conclusions are relevant in the answer for a 12 marker? And if so, how is this approach different to a 20 marker? Good question, I am Sabs. If you have not watched the video that Sabs is referring to, I have linked it in the description below. With regards to the question, assess the view that globalization inevitably damages the physical environment, you would need to write your judgment at the end of each point or paragraph that you are discussing. Note that in the mark scheme, you must present your arguments in a full and coherent manner, backed up with how significant you think that plays a role in damaging the physical environment. Therefore, a short sentence stating your stance at the end would be sufficient as a conclusion. For globalization topic questions, you would need to bear in mind two key dimensions in all your 12 marker answer questions. Number one, temporal, i.e. how a specific issue or thing has been changed or is changing over time. And secondly, spatial, i.e. how a specific issue or thing is distributed over a space or an area, whether it's local, national or global. Almost all assessed questions have a hidden dimension within the keywords of the question itself. For example, in this question it would be inevitable. Most candidates will launch straight into this question from a perspective of completely agreeing with its premise that globalization does damage the environment. Furthermore, it is important to dissect what globalization means here. In this context, is it referring to economic, social, political, or cultural globalization? Once this is identified, you will be able to write a much clearer and more structured answer, agreeing or disagreeing with the premise of the question. Top-level candidates will be able to identify these nuances and make sure they write at least one paragraph that goes against the underlying assumption of the question itself, i.e. in this case, argue a point which demonstrates that, for example, social globalization may indeed have a positive impact on the physical environment contextualized within a real-world example. Finally, 20-mark evaluation style questions are testing very different skills. In a nutshell, you must always write well-evidenced judgments supported by clear examples as part of your conclusions. I'll leave the discussion about 20 markers to another video that I'll post. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments below.